how do you create a player that can play in any league, any of the top leagues in the world? And for some weird reason, the Brazilians have been able to do it, right? They export the greatest number of top talent around the world. In any league you watch any Champions League game, you're guaranteed to see a number of Brazilians on each team, highly technical, highly exceptional players. And then if you were to compare them to some of the European federations, they spend a lot less on development.
That's the $1 billion question. Now, we're not talking of millions anymore. We're talking of billions today. And I think that is really what is amazing is that you find players from all over the world, from any corner of the world, making it to the top levels. So that means no matter where you are, there are opportunities for you to become a top player. But then, of course, you have to look at the intensity. You have to look at the numbers. And I mean, you rightly pointed out, Brazil produces players en masse, but so does Nigeria. Those are two very populous countries, football crazy countries, and I think particularly countries where I would say it's relatively easy to play. Take a contrast to, for example, Switzerland, where everything is highly regulated. So if you're a young chap, you want to play football, you're not allowed to play on the street. That's not allowed. You cannot play in the parks anymore. That's not allowed. So you have to register in a club, and everything is hyper regulated, which has its benefits. We can come to that later. But I think in countries, for example, you mentioned Brazil, kids play on the streets. They're free to play. It's the favorite pastime. And they do that until they enter a club system, which then takes that wild creativity that they have and put them in the system where, and that's the other side of the story, where they have competitions. And Brazil is one of the countries that has the most number of games for any clubs. I mean, I remember there was a number of years ago in the 90s when FC Sao Paulo was at its top. I mean, they had played over 200 games in a year. Can you imagine? So they play a lot, and I think that's really important, particularly in the youth, at the youth level, between the age of 12 and 16. Kids got to play, get those hours in. I think that's critical. So wherever you have this opportunity where you can play freely and be able to pick up a game and then having all these, that's where you get the experiences. That's where you get the ball handling skills, etc. And then you're a rough diamond that can then be polished in a particular system. And once you integrate a club, and if you're lucky enough to integrate a club, which can then allow you to then take that raw skill, talent that you have and have nurtured, and basically boost yourself to the next level. Let's say professional level in the top league, European league today.